Okay, viewers, this video is very important. It's on slope. It's review from last year, but you might need to watch this video more than once. This is a tough concept. Got to make sure you get it. So slope in review is the rise over the run of a line. It's how steep the line is. And to find it, use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That's a formula that you have to memorize. So a negative slope goes down, falls down, right? If you've got a truck, and we always read from left to right, so we do math from left to right, okay? And so the truck's always on the left. If he's going downhill, that's a negative slope. If he's going uphill, it's a positive slope. So this is positive, and this is negative. An undefined slope is a vertical slope. I'll do that in a different color here. I can't even tell which is the, here we go. There's a vertical line that has a slope. If you remember, if you learned about Vux and Hoy, Vux means it's a vertical line. Slope is undefined, and its equation is going to be x equals. And then a slope of 0 in purple is a horizontal line. And that's, Hoy helps us remember that a horizontal line has a slope of 0, and it's going to be a y equals a number. So to find slopes, let's see if we can write these equations, or find the slopes of each of these lines. So we'll start with line A. Here's line A in purple. Now we're given 2 points they want us to use, so we'll go ahead and use those 2 points on those 2 lines. So I'm going to call this first point, and it doesn't matter which. I'm going to call this one the first point, x1. That coordinate is x1. The second one is the y coordinate, y1. And then the second point, this is x2, and this is y2. So if I'm finding the slope of this line, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that will be 6 minus 2 over 4 minus 0. And that's an equal sign. So still working. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 0 is 4. We get a slope of 1, and that makes sense because it's going up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Moving on to the slope of line C that's in blue here. So the 2 ordered pairs we have, I'll just call this one x1, y1. And this ordered pair that's given to us is x2, y2. Okay, let's find the slope. Now it's horizontal, so we already know the slope is going to be 0. But let's just see what happens and why it's 0. y2 minus y1. Well, notice the y values are the same. Every single point on that line has the same y value. So when you do y2 minus y1, you're going to get 0 in the numerator. So now it doesn't even matter what you get in the denominator as long as it's not 0. So let's do x2 minus x1. Well, we've got 0 over 4. That equals 0. Slope of that line is 0. Moving on to line B in this pink color. If I scroll down, I've got my 2 points that I named x1, y1, x2, and y2. And let's see, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now we already know the truck's going downhill, so that means the slope should be negative. Let's see what happens. 3 minus 6 is negative 3. 7 minus 4 is 3. Well, that's negative 3 over 3, so that's negative 1. Excellent. Moving on to line D in the green. y2, and we already know it's vertical, right? So we already know that the slope should be undefined. That means we should get a 0 in our denominator because every single x coordinate, no matter what point you pick on this line, is going to be the same. So let's do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Those should be the same numbers. 4 minus 4. Now look what happens. It doesn't even matter what's in the numerator because it's going to be over 0. That's an undefined slope. All right, so we're going to move on to the next page. And the calculator, if you ever need to use a calculator, that will just be Desmos. So let's go ahead and graph these 2 functions. So I'm going to graph the first one. So first we graph it by hand, then we check on the calculator. This is the y-intercept, this negative 2. So that's where we start, negative 2. And then from there, the 3 is the slope, right? This is y equals mx plus b. So the 3 in the slope is 3 over 1. That's up 3, 1, 2, 3 over 1. So I'm just counting up 3 over 1. Now if you want to go to the left, you can just go down 3 and then you got to go left 1. Okay? So I'm going to draw my beautiful straight line here. Close enough. All right, next graph is in orange here. I'm going to start at my y-intercept of 5. The slope, or how steep the line is, should be the same. Let's see, up 1, 2, 3. I'm running off graph. So I'm going to go down to left. 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. Because if you go up or down, right, up is positive and right is positive. If you go down, that's negative, and left is also negative. So if I do slope positive over positive, that's the same sign that I'll get if I do negative over negative. So I can go down and to the left and still have a positive slope. So you might want to pause and rewind and listen to that again. But notice the slopes, the steepness is the same. Parallel lines have the same slope. So we've got examples here of lines. A parallel line to this first line would have a slope of -3 because that -3 is the m, it's the slope. For number 2, it's 5. Now, for the last one here, y equals -2, that's the same as if I were to write y equals 0x minus 2. That's a slope of 0. That's a horizontal line. Now, here's what we're really getting to. So we're going to be given a point and say, we're not going to be given the slope. We're going to have to find it. Okay, so in a parallel line, we just learned parallel lines have the same slope. So for this example here, they're asking to write an equation of a line through the point 1, or -1, 3, that is parallel to this line here. Well, if it's parallel, it should have the same slope. So the slope we're going to use is 2. And the ordered pair I just rewrote as -1, 3. So this is your x that you're going to plug in, and this is your y. If you're using y equals mx plus b, which is what we are doing this year, if you're comfortable with y minus y1 equals m, x minus x1, that's fine. You could use that as well. I'm not going to teach both methods because that confuses a lot of people. So y is 3, m is 2. There's your slope. Your x is -1. Now we're just going to solve for b, the new y-intercept. It's going to be a parallel line, so it's going to have the same slope, but a different y-intercept, just like the two lines we just graphed. So 3 times 2 times -1 is -2. Then we're just solving. We're adding 2 to both sides, and we get b is 5. So our equation should have the same slope, y equals 2x, but it should have a different y-intercept, plus 5. Try the next problem. Press pause, and then I'll show you the answers. Okay. So here we go. You're writing the equation of a line through -2, 5 that is parallel to y equals 2x minus 3. So your slope is 2. So you go ahead and plug in 2 for m, -2 for x, and 5 you plug in for y. So here's your first. We don't know what b is. We're solving. So we multiply our 2 times our -2, and we get -4. We add 4 to both sides, and we get b is 9. So our new equation should have the same slope, but our new y-intercept. Now, I'm going to pause. All right, so I want to just remind you about Desmos. If you go to Desmos, just make sure you can go to it on LCPS Go, but a lot of times I just pull up a new tab and just type in Desmos, Virginia. Make sure it's got the green bar at the top, Virginia, okay? And you can type in your equation. So you're just using this to check your equations and make sure they're right after you graph them by hand. So back here, we'll go ahead and graph our equations. Y equals 3x minus 1. So -1 is my y-intercept. My slope is 3, up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1, up, and so on. So 1, 2, 3. Good enough. Okay. Now, this one, the next one, has a different slope. It's got a y-intercept of 1, so I'll use a different color, blue here. My y-intercept is now 1, and my slope is negative, so it's going to be going downhill, right? Down 1 over 3. Now, I'm going down 1, and over 3. That will give us a negative 1/3. I could go up 1 and then I would have to go to the left 3. See? Up 1, left 3. Either way, I'm still going to have an overall sign of a negative value, whichever direction I choose to go. Either way, that slope is going to go downhill. Oh, 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 terrible straight line. But pretend it's straight, okay? Actually, don't pretend it's straight. I'm going to see if I can draw that better. Okay, so now you can see that these two lines, oh shoot, these two lines are actually perpendicular. See, there's a right angle. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. Here's the right angle. Okay, so perpendicular lines have negative reciprocal slopes. So go ahead and write that down if you're writing down your notes. What does that mean? Okay, negative, it means they're opposite signs. So one is 3. Why is this not working? Okay, one is 3, so that's the same as 3 over 1. And the other one is negative 1/3. So one is positive and one is negative. They're negative. Reciprocal. Reciprocal, you take one, you flip it upside down, you get the other one. Reciprocal slopes. So let's see if we can take a look at these examples and see if we can figure out a slope of a line that's perpendicular. Well, here's the slope for this one, negative 4. So what's the negative reciprocal to negative 4? Well, it's going to be positive, and then you flip it, 4 over 1 is 1 over 4. Now the slope for this one is 1. When you flip a 1 over 1, you're going to get 1 over 1, but it has to be the negative reciprocal. Okay. Now this one's a little bit trickier. This one's a horizontal line, and we know that from Hoy. Well, what's the reciprocal to a horizontal line? What's perpendicular to that? Vertical. So you can just pick any vertical line you'd like. Whatever vertical line you pick, it's going to have an undefined slope. And now it's nice when they give you a fraction because you can just flip it. So negative 2/3 will be positive 3/2. All right, now we're going to do the exact same thing here. We're going to write an equation through a line, through an ordered pair, but we're going to find a line that's perpendicular. So the original slope is 3. We're going to be using negative 1/3, the negative reciprocal. So that is the only difference. Now we're going to do the problem just like we did the other ones. So we plug in 5 for y, negative 1/3 for m, and x is 4. So I'm going to multiply negative 1/3 times 4, and here's your work right here. You get negative 4/3. Now I'm going to add 4/3 to both sides, and now I have to, now I have to add 4/3 and 5. So I'm going to make my 5 into thirds, so that's 15/3, plus 4/3 for a total of 19/3. And there's my new b. So make sure you use your new slope when you write your answer, negative 1/3 x plus 19/3. You might have to look at that again before you move on. And the very last one, and I have 1 minute to talk about it. If you're ever asked to see if you have if the two lines are parallel, or if they're perpendicular, or if they're neither, you just have to find the slopes of each of their lines. So you find the slope of that line, those 2 points, find the slope of that line. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, find the slope. And that work is here. And then for the second one, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, find the slope. Notice they are negatives, but they're not negative reciprocals. So they're just, you would say, are the two lines parallel? No, they are not. Are they perpendicular? No, they are not. They're just different slopes. All right, that's it. Peace out.